Just you, building your app on base 44.
Good evening, everybody. What is going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome We are live for tonight's Asian session. It is 6:55 p.m., 5 minutes before Asian session open. We are about to get some new candles here. We are going to do some live analysis tonight, and more importantly, we will be using my brand new trading indicator. It has just come out. It has compiled all of my rules into one indicator to make trading more autonomous, take out the guesswork, and really help you make some profits. So without further ado, we are going to jump into this and start analyzing. We're going to start looking at the 4 hour. We've got some fair value gaps in the way here that look like they're going to be creating a possible break and retest. I would like to put probably some sort of resistance right here. GBP AUD broke the lows and then consolidated for quite some time. It's at a fair value gap and an EMA ribbon. I can see it dropping down again. We're going to have to drop to probably the day to draw the next zone out. But yeah, your next zone is going to be right way out here. So in terms of looking at this, we're going to want to at least see some rejection off this 4 hour. That's actually a day fair value gap. But the 4 hour, we're seeing some rejection here. We don't quite have our full signal yet to take a buy or a sell. None of the real above yet. But that's not to say we can't tonight. GBP AUD again, GBP JPY also completed a major M pattern. We have a strong fair value gap right here. That looks like we are going to hold it. We just need to see some rejection. I would imagine we're going to see rejection in this kind of area right about here before we see this drive back down. So on this GJ chart, that's what we're going to be waiting for there. Looking at AUD JPY, we're consolidating at a pretty strong resistance, which is right here. It was resistance. It was a resistance here. We blew through it. Looks like we're getting a break and retest, moving toward the downside. But again, we're going to need some more confirmation there in order to confirm that that is indeed what we're doing, being that the 4 hour chart is still looking a little bullish with 2 out of the last 3 4 hour candles being bullish. Euro AUD at a very, very strong support dating back to a pretty long time here. Almost back we're looking back in March. So we're going to see kind of what happens with this chart here. A lot of these charts are at pretty strong supports or resistances. And what we're going to need to do is wait to see if they're going to break or not. Euro CAD, same concept. We have it moving up here. We're going to put that probably as a yellow folder also. CHF JPY, all these charts look very similar, guys. If you're noticing a pattern, they all had a pretty big drop off here and now are coming to retest the EMA ribbon and the fair value gaps. So what we're looking for here is really just to get some sort of momentum. I do like buys on CAD JPY a lot. I'll move that up to the top there. GBP AUD, we've got no confirmation, like we said. And then where is our Euro USD chart from the other day? So the Euro USD chart did end up going way up here, but it did end up rejecting. It never did actually come all the way up. It rejected the area that we thought it would. We probably are going to see it come down at least to market, this week's market open low, which would be right here. So if we were to mark that out, that's market open low for the week. We'll put that in yellow. I think we'll see something down here. We'll retest these lows before we see something move toward the upside here. It's typically how that works. Yeah, that's where we're at right now with these charts. We're just market open right now, so we're just getting new candles. We're just getting some setups, and we're gonna wait to see what's going on tonight. But I have a good feeling about a lot of these, especially being I think it was, what was it, CHF JPY, I believe. Was it CHF JPY? There's a couple that I really liked the rebound on, but again, tonight we're going to be using my new indicator. So if you haven't seen, I would make sure you're on the horizontal stream. That shows the match strategy down here in the bottom right corner. You're going to want to see that. That gives us all the information that we want to know about the charts. Draw some extra support and resistance areas here on the 1 hour. We want to start to really mark up some micro zones on the hour here now that we just had a new hour open. New hour open is going to be pretty important for us here, especially being that we've got some zones that we're testing. So we're going to want to really pay attention to these areas and make sure that we are not being overzealous in our entry here. We're going to want to be very intentional in where we enter. Yeah, FX duels. Yeah, Asian session's great. Yesterday we had over 100. Yesterday we had over 50 to 100,000 on some of the pairs. I pretty much only trade the Asian session. The most money is in the Asian market. The New York market has a ton of volume, but the most money, big money plays come in on the Asian session. But good question. I don't trade NQ, I only trade Forex though. Yeah, it's like 2 a.m. there. Yeah, it's early. See, that's not really a zone. So, and that's the thing that a lot of people mess up too, is they don't draw their zones out properly. Like, we definitely have a zone right here. That's a zone. Are we going to come to the top of the CMA, retest it, and retrace back down? Could be. Could be. I believe CHF JPY on the 4 hour was the one that I was looking at. There's a lot of retest happening. What strategy to use? So you use RP's method, essentially. I have my own indicator. This is my own indicator. I've had this made for me. This is actually the first day it's live for people to use, but support and resistance, breakup structure, and EMA ribbons with candle closures above or below to confirm an uptrend or a downtrend. So if there's a candle closure above the EMA ribbon on the 15-minute or the 1 hour, along with a fair value gap created, we'll take buys, vice versa for sells. I've been trading for 15 years, so some of these guys that are coming out with these orb methods and all that stuff, it's just another name for break and retest of a key zone. You know what I mean? They're just renaming things. Nothing wrong with it, though. There's nothing wrong with using different names. Yeah, I mean, you can call it an orb. It's been known as a support and a resistance and a break and retest forever. Price action trading's been around a lot longer than the 15-minute orb that, you know, certain traders use. But hey, if it works, it works. You know what I mean? Can't hate on somebody making money in the markets. I love the rejection on AUDJPY. We're going to drop down to the 15-minute on a couple of these. See what we're looking at. And 15 is really good to look at too, because you can see tighter zones here on what's really going on. I typically analyze on the 4-hour and the 1-hour. Yeah, you can use the daily time frame. I analyze on the 4-hour, drop down to the 1-hour, draw some micro zones, and then either enter on the hour or the 15. But essentially, because we have a ribbon flip here, this candle closure right here, this green candle closure right here that we had, above the EMA ribbon and a fair value gap was formed, we would take a buy there. And you'd be up here right now. So that is my 15-minute strategy. I've been using it for a long time. Miguel, what's going on, man? Hope you had a good day, brother. Oops. Good to see you. Hope you had a good day. Good to hear. Good to hear. I had a good one. I got a very productive day. The indicator's out, so I'm happy with that. Got the website all taken care of, so it was a good day. Very productive day. We're looking at some charts on the 15-minute right now. Not really seeing too much. USD CAD could buy. The zone we need to break and retest. I don't use prop firms, my man. Yeah, you have to scroll down, Miguel. If you scroll down past that stuff on the website, you'll see the indicators now up. But I don't use prop firms, my man. FX Duels, I only... Karen, what's going on? How are you? Thanks for joining. I only train by own capital. Well, we just got a buy signal on CHF JPY here. Let's see if we also got it on the hour. We did not. Only on the 15. Only on the 15 here. It was for this candle. A lot of these look like sells, to be honest with you, on the higher time frames. On the hour, a lot of these just look like break and retests. Almost all of them just look like break and retests. And we're looking at zones here, and zones here to reach for 1, 2, and 3. That's what we're looking at on a lot of these JPY pairs. At least that's what I'm seeing. Yeah, the problem with prop firms is I can't trade my system on it. They don't allow for just the method I trade. And like I said, I've been trading for 15 years. The prop firms are very strict in what they make you do in terms of how you trade. So I just don't like them. Miguel looks at targeting London low on CHFJPY. Yeah. Yeah, you're looking at down here. Smith, what's going on? Thanks for joining. Well, the 4-hour rejected hard. The 4-hour rejected pretty hard off this fair value gap right here. But it had a pretty big wick here on this one. I'd like to see this go for 110 to 166 pips. But yeah, this 1-hour fair value gap right here is a little bit iffy, you know. Adele, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, this 1-hour fair value, you're caught in between two fair value gaps on almost all these JPY pairs. All GJs, GJ, AUD JPY, and USD JPY, they're all in between fair value gaps right now. Like right in between them. CHF JPY. I trade pretty much the US pairs and the JPY pairs. Sometimes we'll get into some Euro. Really, just whatever has the best structure. There's no need to stick to one pair. As long as you understand price action and candlestick patterns, you can trade anything. I could go day trade the stock market. I could go day trade foreign exchange. I could go day trade the NASDAQ. I could go day trade whatever I want to day trade because I understand how charts are, how they move. Key zones, key levels. I always found it weird that people stick to one pair. They're like, I only trade gold. I always found that so weird. Hey, why limit yourself? I'm not saying go out and trade everything, but I'm not saying go out and trade everything. You know, get good at something, but no need to limit yourself. CHF JPY is looking like the #1 trade right now. And I don't believe we have any news tonight. No, we don't have any news tonight. There was good news for the dollar earlier this morning. A Euro USD chart looks like it just wants to try and climb. It looks like it wants to try and climb up those 41 pips we talked about. I know we've been watching this for a long time. It created another fair value gap, and it looks like it might go. Especially on the 15, you've got a bullish pennant right here on the 15-minute chart. Bullish pennant. We'd need a close above right here to take buys. Right there. RR doesn't matter to me. I don't care about RR at all. RR doesn't matter. You either made money or lost money. RR has nothing to do with it. Did you read the chart correctly, or did you not read the chart correctly? That's how I look at it. I've taken trades with negative RR. Risking 2 to make 1. As long as you have proper lot sizing, it doesn't matter. The goal is to make profit. If you need to hold drawdown for a little bit longer because the zone is showing that, that's fine. But there's no reason to stick to a certain RR method. I don't really prescribe to that. Yeah, it just doesn't always work like that. You know what I mean? I agree with you, though. Yeah, using support and resistance as your stop losses. Totally. Miguel gets it. We could be looking for buys on GBP AUD. We got a lot of charts up right now. Too many. Stuff Daily G. What's going on, man? The strategy is up. The indicator's up. It is up. It's called Trading with Matt Pro. It's an invite only, though. It is an invite only. It's a locked indicator. I've put way too much time into it to give it away for free. But it's got all of my rules coded into it. And you can get it for relatively cheap. Yeah, you just gotta go top-down method, really, man. 4 hour down. 4 hour, 1 hour, 15. Stuff Daily. I just sent you that. Scroll down to indicator pricing and you'll see it. I said, no, not Euro AUD, GBP AUD, but Euro AUD also. Yeah, they're pretty much the same chart. GBP AUD, Euro AUD, and we got buy signals on them. But we just got to break these highs. We got to break and retest these highs. On Euro AUD and Euro AUD and GBP AUD. They're the same chart pretty much. I'm going to break these highs right here. GBP CAD, yeah, looks good for a buy. Would want to see it probably break those highs on the hour. Yeah, it looks solid. Where's its next zone? Oh, next zone's got a while. Next zone's not till up here. Next zone's not really till up here on that chart. That's your next zone. Could see it keep going. Could see it retrace. But we want to see it break and retest the highs probably. Even though this is a break and a retest already. I like GBP AUD though. Not so much on the 4 hour though. You're looking at CAD, JPY. I trade full time. I also have a job, but I also trade 5 days a week, and I stream Sunday through Thursday. We have a Discord and everything. indicator, the whole deal. Mentorships. I've been doing it for 15 years, and I have made enough money to quit my job. I just have a pretty expensive lifestyle, so I'm doing both right now, but I think I'll probably be trading full-time very soon, just to be fully transparent. I also just have a really good job, so it's hard to kind of turn it down, make good money. Get rid of Euro NZD. Yeah, man. All the JPY pairs look exactly the same right now, guys. All of them look the same. They're either rejecting an EMA or rejecting a fair value gap or a key zone. And then the AUD pairs look like they could go. I like Euro AUD a lot. Let me see what the 4-hour looks like. Small time frames are buys, higher time frames. It's going to be touching some resistance here, especially with the fair value gaps and the EMA right there. Might only be good for 20 pips before it reverses back down. Tough to say right now. I liked CAD JPY as a buy. I loved it as a buy at this zone right here. But the 4-hour candle would need to wick up big time. Same with the 1-hour. Euro CAD's got almost no volume, but yeah, it could go. Next zone's right here. Next zone's up here on Euro CAD. $15-minute here. 15-minute rule works. Just want to see what happens right here. You know what I mean? But EuroCAD looks decent. We have full candle closure above the EMA. We have fair value gap created. We have a confirmed uptrend, and we have, yeah, we have those 3 rules right there. So we do have our rules there. I want to see what happens if it breaks the high or not. You know what I mean? We'd want to see it break that high at least. But if you guys are on the horizontal stream, there's 2 streams right now. This is vertical and the horizontal. If you're on the horizontal stream, you can see that my strategy is on the actual screen, and it tells us exactly what we have. The session, price versus the EMA ribbon, what we're waiting for, or if we have it, the 15-minute fair value gap, and where our support and our resistance is. It's pretty cool. It takes all the guesswork out of it, guys. But we'll see what happens here. I think we're still going to analyze on the hour for now until we get some more confirmations, because we just don't have enough information on any of these charts right now. But I do like the CHF JPY sells. We'd need to break this right here. This fair value gap, we got to blow through it. But all the JPY pairs look bearish. secondary pair being JPY. There's a couple that we could look to enter on the 15-minute. We got a buy signal right here, but it broke back down under the EMA. EuroCAD's retracing at this high, which is why I'm a little hesitant on EuroCAD in this area right here. Same with GBP AUD and Euro AUD. They are struggling to break highs. Euro USD again wants to buy up. It really does. I just don't know if we're going to get it. We could get it, though, to test the highs for 25 pips. Just depends what we get in the next couple minutes here, you know? I should say more than the next couple minutes, but we're at least going to get a new fair value, new 15-minute candle here in the next 3 minutes. 2 minutes and 30 seconds, actually. If you're just joining, guys, welcome. Make sure you like and subscribe. When I get to 1,000 followers, I'm giving away free access to the VIP and to the indicator. Lifetime free access to 3 people when we get to 1,000 subscribers. Make sure you're in the Discord to win it. Not too much movement early on here, though. Although AUD JPY is looking quite solid for sells. Go to the 1 hour there. Pretty sure we have a pretty big candle. I see it coming down. I don't see it coming up through this. Like physically buying gold. Like you're actually physically buying real gold. Not a bad idea. Yeah, the gold bars. I know what you're talking about, yeah. Just remember, you're buying high right now. Dynax, yes, it is the indicator. The indicator is live. Yes, it is. We don't have any real signals yet We're kind of in consolidation right now. We're kind of waiting for a breakout on a lot of these charts. A lot of these charts are sitting right at support or resistance zones, and we're just waiting to see if we can get in with some movement. What was my answer to the question, do you do this full time? Yeah, I mean, I put more than 32 hours in a week. This is not my only job, though. I run a very large golf course. I'm a PGA of America member. I'm the director of golf of a pretty large golf course. But I trade 5 days a week. I think within the next year, I'll probably be done at the golf course and be trading full time. But I make really good money there, so might as well stack it while I'm young. Nice. There you go, Dell. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to do this forever. I don't want to work and trade forever. I'm going to trade full time. No, I'm not even close to a caddy. No. I run the business, man. I'm at the top. I'm at the top of it. Buying merchandise, managing the maintenance crew, managing the golf operations, the golf shop, payroll, managing the biggest range in Central Florida, purchasing golf balls, all of it. How long do I think I'll trade for? A caddy is a person who carries your golf bag while you golf at high-end golf courses. How long do I think I will trade? Meaning tonight? Or in general? Because I'd like to trade for the rest of my life. Yeah, they do get paid. Depending on the course, yeah, they do. I played TPC Sawgrass with one of my buddies last year, and caddy made 150 bucks off each of us. We got our new 15-minute candle, didn't we? Yeah, almost all these are just ranging. We're ranging on almost all these. Ranging there. Ranging here. Rudy, what platform do I use to trade? I mark up all my charts on TradingView, but I actually execute them on Liquid Brokers. Good question. Volume's high tonight, too. Yeah, look at this ranging. My goodness. Just barely moving. Yeah, I'll send it over. Here's the link, Rudy, if you want to use one of the better brokers, in my opinion. I personally don't care who you trade with, but if you're looking to trade with a certain broker that's good, I personally like that one. Kind of got a bullish pennant forming here. Bull flag, actually. It's a bull flag right there, guys. or a flag with a hole. Look, play golf. See, just put it in right there. No, but this is a bull flag, actually. For my website, Euro NZD has some room to go. Where is Euro NZD? Why don't I see this here? Oh, here it is. Some room to go. Where is it going to go? I mean, I guess you can move this up a little bit. Yeah, you can move that up a little bit. It's got some room to go, or it could wick down. One of the two. It's got some room to go for maybe 10 pips. Oh, on the 1 hour. Let me take a look. Yeah, again, I just wouldn't want to see it wick down from here, because it has in the past. It has wicked down in the past right here. So it could, but you do have some room, yeah. But it doesn't matter what time frame you're on. The zone's still in the same spot. Still 8 to 10 pips. The indicator is, you have to scroll down on it. On the link on my website, scroll down to indicator plans, you'll see it. It's a patented indicator. So you have to get access to it from me. It's not open to the public. It is open to the public, but it's not. You can't just put it on your chart. There's a process you have to go through. It's invite only. But yeah, we're kind of ranging right now, guys. I still like the CHF-JPY sells as the best chart tonight. We're just in between two fair value gaps. One here and one right here. Same with this one here. You got a fair value gap right here. Same right there. What are you talking about? Stuffy Daily, what are you talking about? I'm not quite sure what you're asking. How is it a ribbon? It's EMA lines. So it's like the 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50 day EMAs, and they make a ribbon. So when it flips is typically when you're having a reversal in the chart. No, the whole thing is a ribbon. It's called an EMA ribbon just because it looks like a ribbon. But when they flip, or when you get a candle closure above or below one of them, like above or below one of them, that's your signal to buy or sell typically. And it says that right here, actually. Price versus ribbon, if you guys can see that on my chart right there. The strategy is waiting for the close above or below. That's the key. but we're not getting too much movement as of right now. Still, everything's ranging. Everything's kind of ranging right now. We're going to get a new 15-minute candle here in a minute. Yeah, as long as there's a confirmed trend and a fair value gap, yes. If it closes above or below, theoretically. We'd like to see it break and retest before we do that. But yes. It is. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hours kind of scary, but yeah, 15-minute looks good. The 15-minute looks solid. The 15-minute could go for 21 pips, 22 pips. Could. It's got a fair value gap right here in a small zone. But it could finish off this W pattern right here on the 15-minute. Which would be like right here. That is roughly 13 pips. Roughly. We may be able to get in one here on this 15-minute candle if we can get a little bit of a retracement here back down. Maybe a rejection off this. Maybe even on the 5. It just looks like it might have possibly made its move already. We'll see though. For catching bottom locations, you mean like sniping entries? Is that what you mean, Aloha? Just wait for consistent confirmation. Like on what was the one we took last week? I think it was Euro JPY. Yeah, so last week, Euro JPY, like you look for really strong. Yeah, well, there I remember where it was. So last week on Euro JPY, before it broke this right here, this was our very strong resistance. So it double topped there, and then it came back to here, and we took sells down to here. So like just analyzing, you really have to make sure that on the 4-hour time frames, you have your zones marked correctly. If your zones are marked correctly on the 4-hour time frame, you'll be able to tell what a reversal is. Typically, you want it to be a strong reversal, and that could be going back in time and looking at what it's done in the past there, or it could be, you know, several 4-hour candles that have not been able to break it. There's two ways to look at that. I think we're going to end up selling CHF JPY, if anything. We just got new 15-minute candles, though. What was that one you were looking at? Yeah, no problem. It was AUDNZD. You could if you wanted, Miguel. It's risky, but you could. You could buy it. That's a big old fair value gap right there. I don't know about that AUNZD one. At least on the 15. But on the hour, it could... I don't know, man. It looks like it might come back down. Yeah, it's a tough one. I'm not going to touch that one. No, Rudy, we're not in a trade right now. No, not in a trade right now. Just waiting. Waiting for a good signal. Haven't seen one I like yet. Good 15-minute closures here, though, if you wanted to scalp CHF-JPY. It's a good indicator, man. I like it. I'm happy with it. It just looks like a big old resistance to me. On the smaller time frames, yeah, it looks like you could buy it up for 15 pips. But on the larger time frames, it looks like it's going to retrace that and come back down here. Especially with this fair value gap and this EMA ribbon right here being used as a resistance. I think the 8 o'clock hour will know a little more. The 8 o'clock hour, we should know a little bit more. I think this thing's going to sell down, though. It's just it goes against our rules to trade in between fair value gaps like this. You know what I mean, guys? I'm not going to force a trade, again, in between fair value gaps right here. Like, what are you going to do? Try and catch 6-7 pips right there, hopefully. It's just not worth it. GBP AUD with the weirdest candles. No wicks on the past 2 candles. Yeah, it is like banging your head against a wall. It's gold doing. Oh, look at that. Gold finally come down. Oh, that's Doge. Sorry. Oh, look at that. Gold's finally coming down. Although it only typically retraces about this much each time and then keeps going. Probably get rid of Euro USD. We're going to unflag that. I still like the GBP and the Euro AUD trades. I do like those. Euro AUD I like a lot. A lot, actually. Euro AUD might be the move, guys. Yeah, Euro AUD might be the move. Consolidation above the EMA ribbon with a strong fair value gap right here. On the 4 hour, it's moving too. And until your next zone is not for... it's really actually right here, but... And then halfway into the fair value gap. And then all the way up top. I mean, there's your zones. Ideally, you'd be looking for 20 pips. We could. Just a weird candle. No wicks at all. Yeah, I'd like to see it come back too. It already has, though, too. It has once, twice, 3 times, and then just straight buying power on the last hour. There's no wicks, though, at all. No wicks. It's just been a block of buying power. Yeah, this one might be the one that goes. Although the AUD JPY sell looks good. Alright, we're going to get rid of the rest of these. Because I'm not going to touch them. Actually, GJ looks like a good sell. And we're going to stay away from USD JPY tonight. So we got 5 charts lined up. If it closes above the red candle, we should be good on which pair? Yeah, on this one. Again, no wicks though. On the past 3 candles. 0 wicks. Straight buying pressure to the top, then straight selling pressure to the bottom, then straight buying pressure to the top. Should be. Yeah, we should be. My only fear is going into the 8 o'clock hour that you got room to go. You know what I mean? You have room to go. You have room to go, just not too much. Once it taps that, you'd get out. And that would be it for the night. Yeah, Euro AUD. Once you get that... Ideally, we're going to see some retracement. It made no wick down here, which means it was straight buying pressure off this fair value gap with nothing coming down. So it's a strong buy. The technicals don't say so, other than on the hour and above. The 4 hour and the day are a sell. That doesn't make any sense on the 1 day. This thing's going to go up. It should. It's at the day high. That's why. And a fair value gap on the day. Look at that, guys. It's right there.
New year, new me? Cute. But
you know what I mean? But yeah, this could be the move. We got what? 3 minutes and 50 seconds. So we got a couple minutes here until we kind of see what happens. We're at 794 subs, guys. You think we'll hit 800 this stream? We got more people in the horizontal stream today, which is good. I'm glad you guys can fully see the indicator. I don't know who Akong is. Who is that? Well, what do we got? 2 minutes, 3 minutes left. We're gonna see what happens on this hour candle. Might be able to get in one here. It looks good for a long on the W pattern. It's a confirmed uptrend, so let's go over the rules here real quick, guys. So listen, we have a confirmed uptrend for sure. It's confirmed by having higher highs and higher lows. Here's a low, here's a low, here's a low, here's a low. They're all above each other. Now if we look at our highs, here's your high, here's a high, here's a high, and here's a high, all above each other. So we have a confirmed uptrend. That's rule number 1, right? Rule number 2, we have an EMA ribbon flip with a full candle closure above it. Right here, that's rule number 2. Rule number 3, we have a fair value gap created. Rule number 4, add a strong support. We got our 4 rules met. 3 or 4. You can get away with 3, but this one has all 4. Technicals. It's a neutral. It's an hour. It's a buy on the hour. I know why it's not on the 4. But I understand why it's not on the 4. Because the 4 hour is right there. At the EMA ribbon. But I think we could tap up there. I think it might be worth... NZD CAD, NC. Is that what you're looking at? I wouldn't touch it yet. You could be right, but I don't think I'd touch it yet. You could though. It could go for... It could drop for another 30 pips. I don't know, though. We got 1 minute. I like the Euro AUD trade. I really do. Especially since we consolidated for a couple hours right here on this fair value gap. I think we wait to see if it comes down to here to enter. See if it comes down to about right here. It's pretty bullish. Yeah, again, I'd like to see a little bit of retracement. You have fair value gaps over here, but it kind of already passed it. But I think your best price is going to be at the body of this candle. The previous bearish candle to get in. Benny, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. No worries. We're looking at Euro AUD right now. Everything else is consolidating. This is the only one that has any sort of... Euro AUD is the only one that's got any chance of us getting in. Yeah, I don't know. It's bouncing right where we wanted it to, like we just said. I mean, this is the ideally, like right here is your entry. Ideally, that's the entry. And your stop loss is down here. Like I said, the only thing that scares me is the 4 hour. But I think regardless, worst case, you get some retracement down to this fair value gap and then it goes up. I think it's a good play no matter what. It's just a matter of when. Euro NZD. A 1 hour looks great. Same thing though. Same thing. 4 hours coming right up to the EMA ribbon, and typically when it comes up to the EMA ribbon is when you get rejection. But yeah, for possibly 16 pips. That EMA ribbon just scares me. And it's rejected it here, what? Since... for 4 days and 8 hours. Where's that Euro AUD trade? I'm going to wait a second here to see if it drops lower. Because we're going into the 9 hour, we're going to want to drop to lower time frames to get in and out of this quick before the 4 hour if we wanted to do this. Yeah, it's the only reason why we're not in it. I can tell you the volume right here. It's got 24,000. It's right here. What a sell-off. What it could be doing too is making room for the next candle, because like the 4 hour now has some room to go. If and when we get the new 4, my only fear is that it rejects off the CMA ribbon, like we talked about. This might be the entry though, to be honest with you. Nothing else is doing anything that is remotely close to taking a trade other than Euro AUD. What about that CAD JPY one? Nope. Yeah, Euro AUD is the only one I consider taking a trade in as of right now. And again, we'd have to do it on a very small time frame. You get some EMA rejection here and have it climb back up. Certainly a possibility. This is the 5 minute that we're looking at right now. Even if we look at the 15, it just took a big old dump and flew through the body of the previous candle. This is why we wait though, guys. This is why we wait. There's no need to have a trigger finger on this. You know what I mean? OB? Oh, you mean order block? Oh, fair value gap? Yeah. It could. It could suck back up here. I don't know, whatever the newest ones are. I don't know, whatever these ones are. I don't know, it might head and shoulders. Yeah, so yeah, that's a good thing we didn't get in that. That hour is just taking an absolute drop off. But again, it could just be coming down to create a wick and reject off this fair value gap on the hour. It still looks like a buy. It's just when do you want to get in? You know what I mean? The good thing is, though, going into the... Nah, kind of already rejected the 4 hour. When we look at it with nothing on the chart, just a naked chart, remove any noise whatsoever. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, look at this thing drop. I think we might have found the bottom, though. You see how it's kind of sitting here? We might have found the bottom. And if we did find the bottom, this could be a good spot to buy. If we did indeed find the bottom. I gotta be honest with you guys though, it could be a good trade. It would have to wick up, and it would be for about 30 pips. If it went, we're going to need to start seeing some buying power coming in. Australia, NZD dollar makes the most of greenback woes. Inflation test looms. Yeah, on all the charts. We had some pullback on pretty much all of them. These are still just ranging. GJ's ranging. And both the AUD pairs just doing the same thing. Nothing for us to take yet. I would say it would be a little more than risky to get in right here, but you could if you wanted to. We have all of our rules hit. It just could be a little bit risky. Going into that 4 hour with the EMA ribbon right there. It typically comes a little bit up into it before it rejects it. Sometimes comes up through it and comes back down. How strong of a support are we at? We're at a pretty strong support. You're just saying things that ICT says, man. In my opinion, order flow means nothing, but that's just my opinion. If you're talking about volume and understanding what type of volume is coming in, sure. Skill Sticks said hi. What's going on, Skill Sticks? How you doing? Dynax, who you been watching on YouTube with order flow and order blocks? I can tell who. It's okay, though. Everybody's got their own words, their own way of trading. I understand. Everybody does it differently, you know? Support, resistance, volume, fair value gap. That's a terminology I use. But I know some other traders that use different terminology. This 5 minute kept going down too. I'm going to delete this because I don't know if we're going to get in that. I would say most people are going to be real, but I would say in terms of learning vocabulary, like trading vocabulary, I think there's people that have taken real words and then made their own version of the word. For instance, a fair value gap is called a fair value gap, not an order block. An order block is a word that a certain trader made up to coin it as his own term. It's not a bad idea, and it's good for marketing, I understand. But in terms of terminology, like understanding what certain things are, I would say like real price action is going to give you words like support, resistance, break of structure, volume, volatility, those kind of words. When you start getting into some of the other funnier versions of the words, just be careful. But if you understand the core meaning of it, that's really all that matters. Just got a new 15-minute here. Interesting new 15-minute here, guys. It hit highs and dropped. It hit highs and instantly dropped. Tell you what I do like is sells on CHFJPY. What's Euro JPY doing? Nothing good. A CAD JPY looks good for a sell, for a buy. Look at CAD JPY. I don't remember who was asking about identifying supports and looking for reversals. Boy, that's a hell of one right here. I'd say you could even get in it now. The 1 hour looks a little shitty, but the 4 hour, you have got room there. The 4 hour, look at all this consolidation out of support. You've got room to grow. You've got a lot of room to grow here. 40 pips to the nearest fair value gap, and then another 99 pips to the EMA ribbon. And your last 4 hour close was bullish candle. This 4 hour looks like it could become bullish. And it tested this low again and didn't break it. Could be looking at a solid buy on CAD JPY. That's the only other chart that is showing anything with some room to grow. You know what I mean, guys? The only two charts that have anything worthwhile looking at with room to grow. I mean, you can keep scanning through charts and trying to find something, but I've already looked through most of them. At some point, you have to make the decision whether you're just not even going to trade for the day or the night. We might be in one of those situations. Especially with that nasty rejection on Euro AUD. What are you guys thinking? That's where I'm at right now. I do. I'll trade the, we'll sometimes trade into the London session. We traded the New York session this morning, but I typically mostly trade Asian session, James. I like the Asian session the best. I've had the most money made in the Asian sessions. Thank you. You trust my judgment call, Matt. Thanks, Benny. See what these 15-minute charts look like. I mean, we could drop down to the 5 and look at some scalping options, but even then, guys, like we're sitting in consolidation. Here's your zones. We're just sitting in consolidation here. Like we could go through every chart, but again, same thing. Sitting in consolidation. GJ, sitting in consolidation. A slow uptrend, but consolidation nonetheless. GBP AUD. Again, this is a 5 minute, so this is going to look a little different, but same thing. Kind of just sitting in this no man's land. Euro AUD, we thought was going to crush this and head up toward TP1. Instead, we're sitting right at this zone right here that it can't break. It hasn't been able to break this zone. Going back to here too. And CAD JPY on the 4 hour looks awesome. I like CAD JPY on the 4 hour. If you wanted to set and forget for the night, you could probably be safe on CAD JPY buys with, and we're not getting in this, I'm just going to mark it for you guys. I mean, you could set and forget like this. So your TP1 would be about right there. TP2 is going to be right there. TP3 is going to be the top of this zone. And you'll go for 17, 18 pips, 40 pips, 91 pips at the top. But the 1 hour looks terrible. The 1 hour looks like it's going to do the opposite. The 1 hour looks like it's going to come down and retest this zone. Right down here. And you think CAD JPY will hit the zone? Which zone? The bottom one or the top one? Because this is ugly right here. With these fair value gaps and this EMA ribbon right here, it's ugly. But that's what it would look like if you were to take that on the 4 hour time frame, that is. But even the, yeah, I don't know. It looks like it could. It looks like it could, just the 1 hour looks terrible. This should come down on on CAD JP or on CHF JPY, be looking at like right here would really be the highest that I'd want my stop loss at. You could go up into the zone a little bit to the next FVG, but that's what you'd be looking at here with CAD JPY. You'd have your stop loss right there, and then your take profits is pretty simple. Your first one would be right there. Your second one's going to be right here. Realistically, you can move it to right here, but you have a fair value gap there. You'd have another one right here, and then your last one would be down here because you got nothing in the way. You could put one there. So I mean that's what your sell on CHF JPY looks like. Since we're not currently in anything, we can go through theoreticals and hypotheticals here. 32, 81, 126, 172, and 250 pips. And it is a confirmed downtrend. It broke the low, because if it was an uptrend, it had break a structure right here. And it broke and retested. That's why I like this sell right here. We might set and forget that overnight, to be honest with you guys. CHF JPY sell, set and forget overnight. Look at that fair value gap right there. That held up strong. This is almost the same USD CAD trade that we had. Do you guys remember the USD CAD trade last week that we made a bunch of money on? This is almost that exact same thing. Like almost identical. Pumo Rodrigue, what's going on, man? How are you? It's almost the exact same setup. What does the 4 look like? Just the 4 looks bullish. That's what's weird. Where's the wick on this one right here? Yeah, so see the wick on this one right here, guys? At this zone right here, this wick was huge. That came down. The next candle didn't even come near the highs. This candle broke the previous highs, but not of the candle before that. But it's been 4 straight 4-hour candles. Which is roughly 12 hours of bullish pushing back up. But this could be your break and retest. Like we said, I know I've said it like 5 times, but this just could be your break and retest. And the next candle we could see come down. About to get a new 15-minute candle. And then on the 15, you got a bullish pennant. Bullish flag. It's a bullish flag right there. If it breaks above this, it's going to go. So very conflicting. They're kind of conflicting right now. Look how small these 15-minute candles are. GBP and Euro AUD are just absolutely dropping. Could have almost taken sells on them. They're dropping so hard. Let's see. Euro JPY, you entered on buys where? $182,706. Oh boy, hold on. 182,706. When did you enter that? That would have had to been. Oh, 182,706. Oh, you're in profit then. $182,706 is right here. You're in profit, like 58 pips. What are you talking about, Benny? Yeah, you're in profit 58 pips. Get out of that, baby. 58 pips coming up to a resistance. That's a hell of a trade. I say 58 pips. Get out of there. Are you just holding for a home run? I wouldn't bank on that. You're going to get resistance here. You've got 4 candles that all were small bodied. No big moves. No big moves at all. Luke's 2219. We're not trading anything right now. We're waiting. We have some charts that we're looking at, but there is not really anything of interest other than CAD JPY on the 4-hour right now. CAD JPY on the 4-hour is the only thing that I'm really looking at. If you guys are just joining, don't forget to subscribe. We go live Sunday through Thursday. Asian session, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey, you know what though? Profit's profit. No matter how little, profit's profit. Yo, Villa, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm not gonna say your name. Appreciate you there though. Caught myself there. You almost got me. Yeah, Luke, what do you think is interesting about it? You almost got me there. You ever see those videos of those Peloton instructors? Where they always get caught saying it live on those Peloton classes? You almost got me there, Mr. Neil. Yeah, that's why we're not in any of these right now, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm gonna delete those just because we're not getting in that based off what I'm seeing. I honestly thought you were just trying to get me there, man. Hopefully you don't use it in any serious work settings or anything. CAD JPY is flipping green on the hour at least. Yeah, they're always dumping money in, man. Welcome to the United States. That's all we do. All we do is dump money in. 797, guys. Are we going to hit 800 subs tonight? That'd be nice. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do. There's no really good trades. Price action's garbage tonight. And you guys know what tomorrow is, right? Oh, not tomorrow. Sorry. Wednesday. Wednesday's FOMC. There's volume in the market too. I mean, Euro JPY is at 50K. CHF JPY decided it wants to wake up. Benny, what is FOMC? Essentially, it's just the government talking about their monetary policy and federal funds rate. So, what the federal interest rate, like that depository institutions are going to lend out at. That's really it. But it's a massive, massive red folder. Interest rates are huge in the United States in determining what the strength of the US dollar is. It's what the rate people can borrow money at. But the federal fund rate and the interest rate is very important. It's a Federal Open Market Committee. Federal Open Market Committee. Just rolled my R like Jinxie there. $7.99, boys and girls. I wouldn't say it's a bad day to trade. I'd just say there's no price action. Oh, Luke's on that CAD JPY trade. That was the, or what was it? CHF JPY trade. Yeah, we're not in it. That was what I would do if it broke the lows, if we were to take a sell. But it is a break and retest. It is on a downtrend. But if you're looking at the 24-hour chart, it's also bearish. Extremely bearish. The day chart is extremely bearish. It should come down and fill this wick. It's probably going to close bullish on the day, but it hasn't even come close to breaking highs of the previous day. But Benny, I wouldn't say it's a bad day to trade. I'd just say that the markets are not giving us much. We don't force trades here. We don't force trades here. We find a system. We find a chart that meets our system, meets our 4 or 5 rules, and we take it from there. If there's nothing there, we ain't trading. We don't force trades for the sake of trading. $800 subs, guys. I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you, guys. It means a lot. We started with 211 subs on December 1st. I've streamed pretty much 4 to 5 days a week since. And it is January 26th. We are at 800 subs and over 700 watch hours. Over 156,000 views. It's all because of you guys, so I appreciate it. Just trying to grow the best trading community we can, you know? What's Doge doing? My favorite crypto to trade. Absolutely nothing also. CAD JPY flipped red on the 4. I gotta be honest with you guys, unless you want to get in buys on unless you wanted to get on in buys and hold it through the London session on CAD JPY, there's nothing here for me tonight. No 9-hour candle or the 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time candle. No candle is going to give us any movement that shows anything significant to get in a trade here. To be honest with you guys. I would have loved to make some money tonight. But, hey, that's trading. It's important to understand your rules. And know that if you don't find anything and you looked at the charts, you know, sometimes you got to know when to pack it in for the day. Even Euro USD, just no movement. USD CAD's coming to a fair value gap. Euro CAD's rejecting a high, but stuck in between a fair value gap and a high. Euro JPY is just doing what Euro JPY does. USD JPY could reject this fair value gap and come down, or return to market open. Euro NZD rejecting this EMA ribbon hard. What's Naz doing? Who asked me about Naz this morning when we were trading? We called this one. It took a while. When I said Naz was going to buy up for at least to this zone. GBP USD at a high, not sure what it's going to do. AUD NZD, big green candle. I appreciate that, Neil. Thanks, man. You almost got me to say your full name again. That's twice now, Neil. That's twice. You're going to have to change that name. I'm going to accidentally look over and just say it real quick. GBP CAD. I agree. He said he's had it for a long time, though, so it's okay. Said he's had it for a long time. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. I don't know, GBP CAD looks like a good buy too. Miguel, you pointed this one out earlier. Weren't you looking at this trade? Oh man, guys. Would have loved to get into a trade though. Congrats, bro. Thanks, man. I think you can actually just change your you can change your username on YouTube pretty easily. Are you from England? You put an E after the word old. Ireland, maybe? Texas. There we go, baby. We got a bunch of Texas in here. And Miguel's from Texas too, I think. Or lives in Texas, not from. Yeah, guys, I don't think any 4-hour candle is going to do anything here. Like I said, the only thing that GBP CAD buys or CAD JPY buys, that's the only thing that even has room to move. Nah, I don't trade gold, man. I don't trade gold. Everybody loves gold. I don't know why. Just because it's been on an uptrend for 5 years. Yeah, good luck scalping this. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Look at this gold chart. Stupid. Wish I would have brought for 15 lots right about here at $2,057. Be a billionaire with this leverage. Yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for me. We're not gonna trade tonight. I'm gonna let everybody know in the in the Discord here, but no trades tonight. See you later, Neil. Well, guys, I will see all of you guys tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't be late. I appreciate you guys, as always. As always, hey, good job not taking trades when you don't need to, guys. No need to. No trades tonight. Hope everyone has a great night, though. Benny, Dynax, Neil, Luke's, everyone have a great night, guys. Miguel.